Hey everyone. So as you can see, I've kind of been messing with trash. But isn't this neat? I'm getting it really close because I want you to see the fibers in there? Doesn't that look cool? Look at this one. If you can see those see the fibers, it really doesn't show up as neat as what it really is. And I know that people have done this before. They took packing tape and then, got some of the sticky off and then laid it down on a book page and this and that. But today I was working on packaging something up and my paper didn't lay right and I had to pull it back off. And, it, of course, made me mad that I was going to have to throw that away. That perfectly good piece of packing paper, but because I didn't have anything else to put it on at the time. And I thought, what can I make with this? So then I started messing around with book page. I had, always have that really brittle book page here, and I was pulling off some letters like that, just the same as I just did. I just laid it down. And again, this actually came off of a package. So you can see the fibers from the cardboard box. And I did some of them, I laid them on packing paper, just, used pieces of packing paper and pulled off some fibers. And, because all of our papers have fibers, they're woven in there. And when you look at them, they just look so neat. I hope you can see what I'm talking, see those? Isn't that neat? And that's from the box. But this isn't, a video that's going to save the planet or, hey, use all this stuff. But as junk journalers, we are always looking for a different way of doing the same things, a different texture, a different look. I got a little bit too much box pulled off there, and I can always wet it and peel it off, but I probably won't. I like how it looks. So we're always looking for a different texture or way of doing things. And when I was playing with it, I pulled out some of my scrap papers, from packing up, packing slips. This is the extra. And I just kind of laid this on there and I thought, that's really pretty. Putting something dark behind it really makes it show up. And it's just another way to do, like I said, the same things we always do, just gives it a different texture. This is just a scrap piece of paper, and I'm just going to run my dauber over it to take away some of the brightness of the white. Even though when I put this on top, it 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 really dulls it down. But the purpose of this behind it is it gives it some strength because this is just used packing paper, and I can use it for other things. I can, make pockets. Let me grab a little book here. I made some ruffle out of some of it, and it's sturdy now. So it's has the book page and the fibers from the box, and I just think it's pretty. And it's sturdier because I backed it. It would make a really neat page ruffle or tab. I did some where I pulled off some scrapbook paper, and not just, it gives this a neat look. See, it just pulled off a little bit of it. It gives this an aged look, and this is just a piece of scrap. So now I have, I'm going to still going to use it. It only pulled off certain little bits and places and gave this a really neat look. I put it on some book page, and again, it has some of the packing fibers, and I just backed it to a scrap piece of paper. And like if you were going to put it on the edge of a page, it would make a great tuck spot now because, it's firmer being on the paper, not even heavy paper, just regular copy paper. Makes a great pocket tuck spot. I really think I'm going to love it as like a tab. It's just something else that, you know, when you see it, you think, I wonder how they did that. You know, it's just enough different texture. I don't know. I just thought it was something different, and I thought I would show it to you. And again, I'm not trying to save the planet because I know I can't peel all of the packing tape off. This one's neat, isn't it? So I stamped on the paper underneath and then put the packing paper on the top. Made a bookmark out of one, which is really cool because, you know, packing tape automatically is slick like acetate. So it makes a great bookmark. I just love that. I backed it to some packaging. This one, I put some alcohol ink on. I thought it turned out really pretty. And of course, you know, pulled some book page and backed it to some packaging. I think it would make a really neat side tuck or pocket, bookmark, whatever you want it to be. Cut it for page tabs. Again, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm just giving it a different texture, different look. And I really like it. And you know, you could have a whole bunch of this stuff and just roll it up because after a bit, you know, it's not sticky anymore. And you could just cut off the piece that you wanted. And I mean, look, I tried it on magazine page. Of course, it doesn't really like the slick too much. Doesn't pull very much of it off. But, I mean, look, just even as a pocket to put stuff in and you can still see what's underneath. It's just like an acetate pocket. You know, again, people are probably already doing this. I didn't figure it out till today. But again, even the book pages that I tore some off, I love how they look. I won't get rid of them because I didn't tear holes. I just made it look even more distressed. And I love it. I like how it looks. You could even just glue this on. I don't know. Is this too grungy? Is this something you would do or not do? Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I really do. Isn't that funny? Dumbest things make me happy. I'm going to show you how it pulled that. And I've seen people, you know, use packing paper to, or packing tape to do, like they pull an image or something. I've never really watched it, so I don't know how they do that. But I don't know. I just think, again, like I said, another added dimension, another way of doing things. And all I did was take a box. I peeled off my packing tape. And I did it kind of slowly where I didn't pull a lot of the box. Just, you know, just fibers from it, really. There, I can pull some more of this. Just really getting the paper fibers, which is what I like to see. And then I'm put it on some book page, like you just saw me do. Kind of rubbed it because, you know, there's not a lot of sticky left now. And tried to pull up some words like that. I love that so much. Again, I know people already do this. I'm not exactly sure how they use it, or like I said, I really haven't watched a tutorial on it. It was something I was doing, and I thought I would share it with you because I liked it. So then what I do, I have some of my scraps here. I would just, like I said, go over it with my ink dauber. This is going to be a perfect one for tabs too. This is a good size. And then you can also do some stamping under here so that, you know, part of it will show through. Let's do some numbers. I know, shocking that I would choose numbers, isn't it? And if you wanted to add color, you can do that. Maybe I'll add some of this blue. And I really am doing a better job now that I have the and system of keeping all my scraps put up. Right now they're not because I've been working on this, but it was certainly easier to go over there and pick out scraps for this project. And I would just glue this down. So I did it with just glue stick. You know, this is probably a good way to do like texture paper too. You probably could put threads and such underneath here and make it have some texture. You could probably, if you had some dried flowers to put in between, I think that would look neat. Just fun. That's all it is. Just playing around, having fun, creating some different ephemera. And it's grungy. Look, and part of that catalog that I pulled off, it was like leaves, but it looks like paint or something on this. I don't know. Yeah, and I'm probably too excited about something that everybody's already doing. But I just think it's fun. I think it's fun to play around with all the trash. And I'm inking the other side. I don't know why. I guess I thought it would show through. I know that normal ink won't probably stay. And I have been like leaving a little bit of the paper come out from the end where I could ink it really good. I didn't do it on this one, but I love it. I really do. Won't this make a neat tab? I mean, simple, simple, and so cool. These are just some things. I liked pulling off the scrapbook paper. I think that would be neat to do some of the Christmas, like if you had just a plain white sheet, or even a sheet like this that has the rust on it, you know, and then put a little pocket like this. How nice does that look? I think it just adds a lot. But if it was just a white sheet and you could do this, it just looks like mixed media, doesn't it? I mean, I guess it really is. But if you glued it down, then you have a really nice sturdy pocket to put things in. This would also be good. You could back it with like calculator tape. You could also back it with the sheets that I was using the other day, the sticker labels and stuff. I mean, they're pretty sturdy. Couldn't you back it with that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't stick because it's not meant to, but if you flipped it over, you know what I mean? Wish I had one right here where I could check it out. I did have some. Then I started doing all this. I even been messing with water bottles. Lost my mind, haven't I? So if you have any extra packing tape on your boxes, maybe peel it off and look at those fibers. Those fibers remind me of the handmade papers. I mean, it really does. I really, really like that. See? And it's just changed this into something that's, you could just glue it on the side of your page just for, you know, another layer. And I mean, when you get a close look at it, it's just interesting. Do you already do this? Does everybody already do this? I love it. I really do. I hope you do. I mean, you don't even have to pull from a used box. You can just use packing tape. And you think, okay, well, why would you do this? Why? I mean, I'm going to store it in my scrap box. And this is going to be an immediate thing that I can add that has all these layers of texture in it on one little sheet. Now, whether I make just this the tab, or if I back it to something, or I glue it to my journal page, or however I choose to do it, It's just a ready thing, a thing that's going to be ready for me that already has all these textures in it and colors and, whatever I've already done. Sometimes when we just want a little finishing touch and something really different and to bring life to a page or whatever. And I think this is one of those things that we can use. I mean, it has all these textures, all these dimensions in just one little piece. And like I said, I think it would be neat to really mess around with this and see what kind of goodies you could come up with. I also think, I mentioned this earlier, I think you could take like strings and fibers and put them underneath. And look, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks really neat. Adding that to a cluster. Look at that. You would have, I mean, that is the cluster. Look at all the textures and all the colors and all the things you have in just one thing. I mean, you could just sew that on the edge. Use that as a tab. These would be really neat on index cards. We're always altering index cards. And how easy would it be to just slap that on there? It's got the string underneath and all the fibers to change your index card, to alter something. And as easy as this little piece. And I'll have all of those things already in it. I hope that makes sense what my mind is thinking, that this would be helpful for me. Sometimes I just want a little something different to add, and this might be it. And they're enough neutral, because I mean, they really don't have a theme. You could add them to anything. And I really like that packing tape is kind of like a natural laminate. So, it's preserving whatever, if you want to use it as a bookmark or a tab or a pocket, any of those things. I'd Let me know your thoughts. Is this a good idea? Is this something you've already been doing for, your whole life? Or what do you think of this? I hope it gives you a new look at those boxes that you get for Christmas. Maybe peel some of that tape off and play with it. Alcohol ink some of it. You could also alcohol ink it and use it like aged tape. I think that would look neat. So I guess, it's just one more thing that we get to play with. It's all just fun, I think. Maybe you can show me some things that you've done, or maybe you just think, I tell you what I do with my packing paper, I throw it away. Or packing tape. I keep calling it packing paper. Packing tape. I throw it away. It's kind of a neat looking washi tape too. So when I have more time to play, maybe there'll be another video of a whole bunch of different things that I've learned how to do with it. But I just thought, hey, Christmas time's coming. Maybe we keep some of that packing tape and we make some really neat things with it. How about that? I also think it's a great way to accent a page. Like if you only have a little bit of paper left that you're wanting to maybe accent a page with a certain color or whatever. Maybe you have a little scrap piece left and you can use this on it. If you're going to use packing tape that's not been used before, it's very sticky. So you're going to want to, take some of that sticky off on your skin or on another piece of, put your fingers on it and, take some of the sticky off so that it doesn't take off the whole sheet. Now you saw that I was rubbing pretty hard on some of the book page, and that's because a lot of this doesn't have much sticky left. But, that's another option. Maybe you want to make it go further, or you want a complete pocket, but only a little bit of this scrapbook paper left. So then you spread it out, in different areas where it looks like what you're wanting. I think there's a lot of options with this, probably a lot that everyone's already doing. And I just, again, I'm late to the game and I thought this was great because like I said, I had a piece of packing paper, packing tape and nowhere to put it. And I didn't want to throw it away. So this is what I ended up doing with it. And I see this as something that I will do in the future. And I hope that you will. I hope you don't think it's crazy. I hope you don't think, ooh, gosh, maybe you should try something new. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.